Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I want to talk about a situation we haven't in actually quite a while, and something that dominated this channel for quite some time. And we are going to talk about JDNAH because of a new situation, an article that has arisen, but I also have my own little theory when it comes to this, and I want to kind of put that out there. Now, it does seem like for a while, Amber has been trying to get more attention, right? She's been doing these really weird posts on Instagram that are, trashy, but that's the name of her game. But they're actually very provoking, right? She was visiting Turkey. And usually when you go to a country, you respect their culture. Unless you're, trash by nature, then you really don't. And that's exactly what she did. She went, braless to a mosque, absolutely disrespectful to, the entire country or people praying in the area. I just, nothing surprises me with her anymore. But then a few days ago, she put, so much shade, so little time. Throwing shade at, basically everybody that talks about her. So what I want to talk about, though, is a new article that came out today from the Daily Mail, and there's also one in the Mirror, but I'm not going to use the article from the Mirror simply because, it's a tabloid for one, and two, it got Johnny's age wrong. It had his age as 47, and if you can't do basic research, right? Every single video I do, I put research into. If you can't do even as much as I do, there's a problem there. The man's pushing 60 years old. He's not 47. But I digress. So let's take a look at this. It says, will Johnny ever stop? Oh my God. Hollywood star launches new multi-million-dollar court case against AH. Now, he didn't. He didn't. This is completely misleading. And there is nothing of truth in this. Now, I've talked about headlines plenty of times. I use clickbait just like the other person, but I at least put a question mark or say, did, something like that. You've got to be honest in, kind of misleading at the same time. It's a very weird concept, clickbait, but this is just completely fabricated. It says 1 month after bombshell high court trial. Now, basically, my theory here is, and we will talk about the article, but I want to talk about my theory first. We are seeing all of this come from her Instagram, which is fine, right? Everybody has social media for the most part. Normal people do. I definitely do not. But, and they use it to express themselves, or, she's on vacation to do something like that. She's throwing all this shade. She's doing things, completely disrespectful to the country she's in. We're seeing all these really weird stories come up, right? Probably about 2 weeks ago, there was one saying that Leonardo DiCaprio was really upset, and he was going to make sure that Johnny never worked again. Ever, ever, ever. Not even if there's a fire. But we had never had a source. Now, there is not a source for a lot of this new news that's coming out involving Amber, including this one from the Daily Mail that is literally saying that it was Amber's, lawyers or something to that effect that got a hold of the Daily Mail. So, who is putting out all of this new stuff? Well, I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Her PR company is trying to lean into everything going on and trying to make her maybe infamous and trying to get as much attention on her right before the actual court case has its decision from the high court, right? We can expect something, back within I would say, a week to a month. We don't know exactly, but there could be something coming very soon. Now, I do know that the high court is on vacation. I think all of August. I'm not sure if it is also during September. So I will have to look that up before I edit. But there could be, a decision soon, and she's getting her spotlight. I do believe all of these stories we've seen as of late pertaining to Amber are probably fabricated, are probably a PR stunt, and it wouldn't surprise me, right? So it says Amber is bracing herself for a second bruising court battle with her ex-husband, JD, even if the Pirates of the Caribbean star loses his high-profile libel case against the Sun newspaper. Now, I actually don't expect that to happen. I don't expect him to lose, but I also don't expect him to win what he was asking for, simply because there is that narrative, right, that went around about drugs this, drugs that, right? So I do think it is going to put some sort of doubt, quite possibly, in Judge Nicole's mind, but I do expect him to win. I just don't think he's going to get what he really wanted. So it says, as the actress yesterday flew home from a holiday in Turkey ahead of a verdict, expected as early as this week, in the dramatic high court fight between Depp and the Sun, her legal team are preparing her for a potential fresh case in the American courts. And that's obvious, right? We already know there is a libel case coming up in January that is dealing with the same, instead of suing a tabloid, he is actually suing Amber herself for the article written quite a while back. But it says, the Mail on Sunday understands that Ms. Heard's lawyer expect Depp, 57, they got it right, to serve papers in America. That could result in her once more giving evidence in court about their marriage and contested allegations that she suffered 3 years of DV at his hands. Now, that's the gist of it. I just gave you the gist of the article. Why did that need to be printed? Now, I know, of course, there is always a need for celebrity gossip. People love it, right? But this has gotten ridiculous. She is putting herself out there for so much of nothing. So much of just plain exposure. And I really do think that is all it is. It is them getting a hold of, the Daily Mail or the Blast or the Mirror, whichever it may be, and saying, oh, well, I expect this. This might happen. We might see something new. So no, there is no new court case. That is simply what she said. She is saying she expects more from him, but we have nothing. Literally nothing. So it says a source close to the actress said Amber's team, a source close to the actress. Come on, you guys were on the phone with Amber. Quit playing. Amber's team are super nervous about him suing again. This time in the States. It's already happening. But not till January. It seems that he will stop at nothing to ruin her. No matter what the outcome of Depp's case against the Sun, Amber is preparing for round 2. But if Johnny wins his case against the Sun, then that's it. He will go and go. This could go on for years to come. And that is what it's about, right? She is using the media, just like the Daily Mail, to look like the victim. She is doing this saying, oh my God, I was a victim of, DV for years, which is obviously libelous. But now she's saying, and now he won't leave me alone. He wants to ruin me and never, quit bugging me, and he's going to keep suing me and da-da. No, she wants to look like a victim. She wants to look like a victim and wear it proudly as a name tag. And that's not what real victims do. That's literally what narcissists do. There has been studies when it comes to virtue signaling and narcissism and victimhood and narcissism. And there is such a close connection. You actually see virtue signaling more associated with people that want power, But you see victimhood associated with people that are narcissists. They constantly need your attention. They constantly want it. And no matter how much you give, it'll never be enough. And that is what Amber is doing. Trying to get that attention. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's very transparent at the same time. So maybe we will get some news in the coming weeks when it comes to the high court case. I will definitely be reporting on it. I am looking forward to it. I just think it's better to brace yourself for maybe a possible letdown, not a complete loss, but a possible, smaller monetary amount at least. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this and about, this whole situation with her playing victim, wanting attention, and the narcissism and ego that feeds this woman constantly. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.